What is up, YouTube? What is up, fellow fantasy people? And of course, what is up, the catch fam? You already know what time it is, man. We are here for another mock draft. I am running with a 20-man mock draft here on ESPN. It is standard scoring format, but I don't know if anything really matters because I am the only person in this draft room, but I want to get more and more of these under my belt, whether others are going to be drafting with myself or not. So, hey, this might be completely pointless. It might not be. I think realistically, it should give us a pretty good overall view of what I should be expecting for my 20-man league this upcoming season and my draft that is right around the corner. So, I'm just going to roll with it. It's probably going to go pretty quickly once it gets rolling here because when you're drafting on the ESPN website, it does move through those auto selections pretty quickly. On Yahoo or the NFL Fantasy website, doesn't seem to necessarily go as quick. So we should get through this pretty quickly and have a good idea what our 20-man mock draft roster is going to look like. So, of course, if you do find this in any way enjoyable, entertaining, or helpful, please consider going ahead and smashing that like button as well as subscribing for more future content like this, as well as mine and Steven's the Annual Catch podcast. And let me know in the comments down below what league you guys are playing in this year. Is it a 10-man league, 8-man, 12, 20, 14? Let me know in the comments down below, and let's get going, baby, as we are seeing really just ESPN's top 9 ranked players off the board here. And hey, in these 20-man leagues, man, I'm going RB heavy all day, so I'm going out and getting Nick Chubb over that of Devontae Adams, and then we will anticipate our next selection here in round 2. I'm not going to call out who is being selected. You guys can see it here on the right side of the screen underneath my face. So, looks like it's going to be relatively thin, kind of, if we were drafting with actual people, some of these selections might be a little different. We might see some guys fall to us that we like more than others, but nonetheless, like I said, this should give us a pretty good overall picture. So a lot of good receivers here. Darren Waller is available. We should have every quarterback still available here, but I'm telling you guys, you have got to go out and get running backs you're confident in early, and I'm going to roll with that of Darrell Henderson. Chris Carson, man, someone who I have ranked pretty high on my personal board, but doing some research for mine and Steven's upcoming NFC West podcast, gosh, the Seahawks have a hard schedule, or hard strength of schedule in terms of fantasy this year, and I'm starting to get more and more scared of all the Seahawks players, from a fantasy perspective. But we're going to roll with my guy, Darrell Henderson, and we will keep on selecting as we are up on the clock. And I'm telling you, man, if I'm in a 20-man league and I have 2 running backs already on my roster and Patrick Mahomes is sitting there, it's going to be a really tough decision to not take Patty Mahomes, man. But interestingly enough, I'm going to go out and get Kareem Hunt here and get another running back that I'm confident in. Jerry Jeudy would have been a great receiver to take here. And at this point, we absolutely need to go out and get a receiver and a quarterback to help shore up this offense. We have to stay away from the running back position at this point for some time. Remember, in a 20-man league, it's going to move super quickly. I'm almost already regretting not taking a receiver and taking Kareem Hunt, but hey, that's what these mock drafts are for. I know I said this was a standard scoring format, but the league that I'll be playing in that is going to be a 20-man league, I will be playing in a PPR league, so I might go ahead and target some guys who are more of PPR value, like that of Antonio Brown, someone who's going to be a big target for myself in these deeper leagues. And Mike Williams is really the next most attractive looking receiver, but he might not last. We might not be able to snag him up here, so let's keep an eye on what is happening. Yeah, I don't think Mike Williams is going to fall to us, man, because we're basically just drafting with the computer and they're just going to take the top guys. I don't think anything is going to change out of that, but he might. I think we're just going to miss him. Oh, never mind. We can take Mike Williams. All right. So we're going to go ahead and roll with Mike Williams as our receiver 2. And we'll go and take a look at things. We've got Nick Chubb, Darrell Henderson, AB, Mike Williams, and Kareem Hunt. So at this point, we do want to go out and get a quarterback. A lot of good quarterbacks. I mean, we could have potentially targeted one with that last selection over that of Mike Williams, but it's going to get real thin at that receiver position. And I didn't even realize we went out and got Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. So, hey, we're rolling with both the Browns in this mock draft, but hey, whatever. We'll be fine, right? So, on the clock and looking at these quarterbacks, man, oh, man. They're not that great. I can tell you that Trevor Lawrence is the quarterback I like out of that group the most. But let's check at tight end. Tyler Higbee is still available. A couple other guys I like in the conversation, but I think Tyler Higbee is easily the best out of these guys. So let's go and let's add some value to this roster. I can't believe I went out and got both the Browns running backs. But hey, that would be. Let me know in the comments down below. Is there anyone out there targeting both Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, whether you're playing in a 20-man league or an 8-man league, or is that a strategy that anyone's rolling with? Because I certainly think that to some degree this could work. So whether Nick Chubb and or Kareem Hunt, either one is injured and you're playing the other one, or you're just playing both of them against bad defenses, right? So let's see who's available at the quarterback position. Man, we just missed Trevor Lawrence. I was thinking that we could potentially still get him. And man, I mean, I said this in the first 20-man mock draft that I went out and got Kyler Murray pretty early on. It is going to dry up at the quarterback position very quickly. So let's check the running back room, see if there's anybody that we really like. And I do kind of like this Jamal Williams sitting there. And let's check the receivers. No one who really stands out. But I'm going to tell you, I'm going to go ahead and draft Naheem Hines, as we may need a little bit more depth at the running back position. And our quarterbacks are not looking good, man. I think, one of these guys can fall to us, and we will still essentially get the same overall value. And, man, part of me wants to roll with Drew Lock here, just looking at the strength of schedule for the Denver Broncos on the upcoming year. But let's go ahead, let's check and see some of these other positions. If there's anyone we're going to want to consider, let's check the receivers very quickly. Man, it got so thin so quickly. All right, let's go ahead and take a swing. Between Baker and Kirk, let me know in the comments down below. Who would you rather have? I'm going to roll with Baker Mayfield. I have more overall confidence in the Browns offense than I do the Vikings offense, but I think overall that's a pretty equal selection. And then we're going to go ahead and target that of Justin Fields in a later round here. And let's see who's available at tight end. We've still got Jared Cook. We've got Gerald Everett hanging down there. Blake Jarwin, some good names. So let's see who's available. At the receiver position, things are looking still very, very, very thin. Man, does that receiver position thin out quickly. Let's check the running back, see if there's anyone of any value. There's a couple names that I don't mind here, but right now we have the most depth at the running back position. So I'm going to go out and draft Russell Gage, someone who I've talked about a little bit in videos previously, who I think can come out and have a really nice year as the number 2 receiver for that Atlanta Falcons offense. So I think in a 20-man league, that's a pretty good selection. So we're going to start to see some more of these receivers start to go. Let's double check the quarterback position. No one really being taken at the running back position. Looks like we're getting some guys off the board here. I kind of like Chuba Hubbard. I mean, don't get me wrong, CMC is running that backfield, but Chuba Hubbard, in these really deep leagues, feels like a pretty good value at this point. But let's go out and draft Emmanuel Sanders, as we have a lot of faith overall and the Buffalo Bills offense. And some of the guys we're going to start to target here now, I mean, John Brown, John Brown's still available. I thought he got selected, but he did not. He might not be available. I mean, he might hold some value as far as the Raiders offense goes. They're pretty abysmal. And Tim Patrick sitting here, someone who I really like as well. So I think John Brown's my target here. I kind of like Traquan Smith as well, but let's go out and let's take John Brown. We got to get some receivers who can do something for this team, and I think we got a couple candidates. Hey, listen, it's not going to be pretty when it comes to these 20-man drafts, right? Things are going to be pretty ugly overall, and man, I just can't believe I drafted both the Browns running backs. I really do want to know. Let me know in the comments down below if any of you guys out there are making that part of your personal mock draft strategy. And man, there goes Justin Fields. I thought he would last. I really did. I thought we would have a chance there. So Derek Carr is available. Jared Goff. We've got Zach Wilson. Cam Newton is kind of an interesting pick, looking pretty good in preseason. So, I mean, part of me really wants to take Cam Newton here. Let's see what defenses are available, if there's anyone really elite. Definitely not whatsoever. I think the Bears are the last team worth drafting there. Let's check the running backs. Nobody good whatsoever. Let's check these tight ends. And yeah, man, I mean, there's nobody at all. Let's just go out. Let's take Derek Carr, I guess, because he's a veteran and he presents some value at this point, considering that we have Baker as our other QB. No knock on Baker. We're big fans of Baker Mayfield here at the Catch, but fantasy-wise, hasn't proven to be too great overall. So I do want to go out and get a guy that I'm pretty confident in that of Tim Patrick, but he may kind of slide to us. So let's see. I mean, it's funny talking about Tim Patrick sliding. There's no one whatsoever at the running back position. No reason to even look at running back. So let's check who's available from the tight end position. Austin Hooper's here, Zach Ertz, OJ Howard, Gerald Everett. Those Seahawks, once again, a very difficult schedule, even from the tight end position. Zach Ertz, we don't know if he's going to be a part of the Philadelphia Eagles next year. Chris Herndon, honestly, looks like the best pick here. But I mean, we can maybe pair up Austin Hooper with that of Baker Mayfield. I mean, it's just hard to say, right? So let's go out and let's just take a swing on Zach Ertz, because we know that what he's done in the past, and that he could potentially bring that to this squad as well. And then we are going to go ahead and target my guy Tim Patrick here with our final selection outside of kicker and defense for this roster. I mean, this was stressful, man. I mean, I really didn't have any time to think between any selections here, and it really, this was a very fast draft, and I don't even know. I mean, I don't think this is my best draft, even from a 20-man league. I think this was pretty poor. But anyways, I mean, honestly, when we look at things, this could actually work out. I mean, the biggest, glaring problem with this roster is the quarterback position with Baker Mayfield and Derek Carr at the QB helm. But the running back position, we're looking very good. I mean, we got Nick Chubb, Darrell Henderson, Kareem Hunt, Naheem Hines. So I mean, for running backs, he can definitely get the job done. And like I said, I mean, this was a draft for a standard scoring league, but when I play in my 20-man league, it will be a PPR scoring format. So let's go ahead and get Rodrigo Blankenship, a great kicker to add here. At the receiver position, we've got AB, Mike Williams, Russell Gage, Emmanuel Sanders, John Brown, and Tim Patrick. I actually feel like for a 20-man league, we drafted very well in terms of the wide receiver position. And at the tight end position, we went out, and I think we looked out with that selection of Tyler Higbee. But nonetheless, we also have Zach Ertz to hopefully add a little bit of depth. And then at the kicker position, we've got my guy, Rodrigo Blankenship. And don't underestimate in a 20-man league how valuable that selection is. So let's go out and let's get the Chargers defense to cap this draft off. Yeah, that went super quick, man. I already went through the team with you guys. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys thought of this, if this was helpful in any way, or if it was not helpful, considering that we just drafted with a completely auto draft room. With a 20-man league, it's hard to find one one that's got a lot of active people, but I will continue to try and find some better, filled mock draft. So with that being said, as always, if this was in any way enjoyable whatsoever or entertaining, helpful, etc., go ahead and smash that like button, and please consider subscribing for more future content like this, and drop some comments down below on what you guys thought of this mock draft. Thank you all very much for watching and or listening, and remember, you saw it here on The Catch.